praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, BKA GMS, aka Prophets of Doom. Also, Shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. All right. So, we're going to pick back up key points about warnings. We did the opportunity to correct behavior. Hey. Go ahead, go. Go ahead. Go ahead, boy. Go ahead. So we'll pick up here with communication of expectations. Again, this is key points about warnings. All right. It says they clearly communicate, they being warnings, right? They clearly communicate what behavior is expected and what could happen if it is not followed. What do you think is going to happen if warnings are not taken heed to, especially the Lord's warnings? Doom. All right. And we tell you about this before the doom. But still, we've touched on this before, still, in the future, people are going to, especially Israelites, are going to fix their lips to say, y'all didn't know. Okay? Whatever excuse you come up with about why you didn't listen to the truth. All right? I think it's the pride of life. And that's just me speaking of a man. That's a trait and a characteristic of a person who has pride of life. All right, not wanting to hear the truth. All right, you too stuck in your own ways to take heed to these warnings. So, you are going to, the Lord is justified by bringing doom upon your head, man. All right. Key points about warnings. Now we're in escalation process. It says, in some situations, warnings can be a part of a progressive disciplinary process. Do you hear this, man? The Holy Scriptures. This is what this is, man. And this is Google that understands this. All right. In some situations, warnings can be a part of a progressive disciplinary process, starting with verbal warnings and escalating to more formal action if the issue persists. And this is what the elect and the remnant has come out of. All right, again, we're not coming from a place of we were always perfect. We're coming from a place of we were asleep. We were in this, also we are in these chains of darkness. We were in deep sleep. All right, we were in gross darkness. But the Lord, all right, He woke us up out of this, man. The water Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, if we be of that number. Okay? Even if we are not of that number, to have even a little bit of this knowledge, all right, it's something else, man. All right. You see the world for what it is when you take heed to these warnings. All right. Examples of warnings. It says workplace warnings. Listen to this. It says an employee might receive a warning for consistently being late to work, violating company policy, or not meeting performance expectations. And what employment are we about, or are we in? All right, we are about doing we are about our Father's business. Okay, we are about our Father's business. So violating company policy, okay, or not meeting performance expectations. All right, all you got to do is lay up on the couch, preach that you have faith, and that's it. You think you can go out, eat what you want to eat, say that you have faith, and that's it. You think you can be wicked, all right? You think you can go to church for one day a week and then return to be a nigga for the rest of the days. Hey, you are not meeting performance expectations, man. All right? Even though you are receiving workplace warnings in the spirit. Do you see how we're telling you about this doom? We are prophets of doom. Because what is going to come, what is on its way, all right, for people like this in the spirit? Doom. All right, man. Y'all always say to us, we about doom and gloom. Yeah, man. If we tell you that there's nothing but good coming, that ain't gonna make you recognize your ways and snap the hell up out of it, man. All right. And plus, that would be going against what the Lord told us to tell you about. Okay. He didn't tell us to tell you anything soothing or anything that would make your life here in this place more comfortable. He said that this is not our rest. All right, he said that the wicked runs this place. Okay? Let's talk about traffic warnings now. It says a police officer may issue a warning to a driver for a minor traffic violation like a slightly exceeded speed limit. This makes me think of that verse about the Lord winked, right, when we are ignorant to these things. That's paraphrasing. But now that you know, all right, you're responsible for it. All right, it also puts me in mind of when I thought as a child, I acted as a child, but now that I'm a man, I put away childish things. Okay? All right. Weather warnings. It says meteorologists issue warnings when severe weather like thunderstorms or hurricanes are imminent, urging people to take precautions. Now, what's wild about this workplace warnings, traffic warnings, weather warnings? People of this world take heed to that, man. Not 100%. There are people who stay behind in places when they should get the hell up out of there before storms hit. But for the most part, people take heed to these warnings. How much more so should we take heed to the Lord's warnings? Especially as Israelites, especially as someone who say that they love the world, love the Lord, and have faith in the Lord. How much more should you take heed to his warnings? Okay? But people are comfortable in this world. They have the pride of life. They have the lust of the eyes and the lust of the flesh. They don't want to leave it, man. Okay? You want to stay in this world. All right? You've been taken by craftiness, cunningly devised fables, and you just want to stay here. And that's what it boils down to. Okay? And we know this from actions. It doesn't matter what your mouth say. What do your actions say? All right? Filter yourself through these scriptures, man, before it's too late. That's a warning. That's a warning right there. Filter yourself through these scriptures before it is too late, man. All right, let's get out of that window. We are about done. We looked up that already. All right, let's look at some more translations of Ezekiel 2 and 10. All right, we've seen words of lament, mourning, and woe. All right, funeral songs, words of sorrow, pronouncements of doom. Let's see. I'm trying to get some more adjectives here. All right, I'm not seeing any change for the better. Cries of grief. Let's see. Funeral dirges, wailings. All right, we went over that word wailing. Mournful songs. All right. Let's see. All right, there's a lot of more meat on this bone. There's a lot of scriptures that point to doom being on the horizon for most people. All right, because this isn't for most people to take heed to. Only a remnant in the elect. Only a remnant in the elect. And what goes along with this, man? If you still bucking up against the name, if you're thinking that it's going to be 1,000 years before the Lord comes back, you're not knowing what time it is according to the scriptures. If you think just because people have been saying it's the last days, that means that the last days aren't yet, right? You're not being a watchman. You're not paying attention. And you're hearing the truth from one person or another. One way or another, you're hearing the truth, and you are choosing to not take heed to the whole roll, man. All right, you want to pick and choose what you think are going to happen. You steadily interjecting your own opinion into this thing, man. So I have to go here and get this really quick. Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. As a matter of fact, let's go here. What is this? Proverbs 3 and 5. Hold on a second. I want to go and get. Okay. Proverbs 3 7. Let me see what this does in the Bible Hub. Proverbs 3 7. Let's go. Let's get these other translations. Proverbs 3 and 7. All right, the one I just read. In other translations, the NIV says, "Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil." And LT, don't be impressed with your own wisdom. Instead, fear the Lord and turn away from evil. All right, again, we use the Lord as the standard, not our own opinions or somebody else's, especially not this world as a collective. All right, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay. ESV, be not wise in your own eyes, fear the Lord and turn away from evil. All right. Do you see the commonality between these translations? All right, hold on. Let's see. AMP, the Amplified Bible, says, "Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord with reverent awe and obedience, and turn entirely away from evil." Okay, hold on a second. Let me look for this other verse. I just thought of this other one. Just thought of another verse real quick. All right, hold on a second. All right, why not why not lean on your own understanding? All right. So Jeremiah 17 and 7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord. It didn't say trust in yourself. It didn't say trust in other people or this world. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, in whose hope the Lord is. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit. We all right, man. Here's the point, Jeremiah 17 and 9. The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it? And if you've been paying attention, we've told you that heart goes back to the Hebrew la'ab, which means your mind. Okay? Which means your mind. Okay? Let me see. Let's do another one. Let's go to Romans chapter 3. All right. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. We don't depend on ourselves to tell ourselves the truth. All right, we are in chains of darkness. Okay, we filter everything through the scriptures. All right, as it says in 2 Timothy 2 and 15. Let's go there. 2 Timothy 2 and 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. What do we get if we study? What do we get if we become a workman? What do we get if we do Revelation 1 and 3? And blessed is he that readeth. All right, it says rightly dividing the word of truth. Okay, the Lord tells us to be circumspect. All right, so this is why we don't lean on our own understanding. Okay. Were there any more translations down here? Let's see. It says Holman Christian Standard Bible. Don't consider yourself to be wise. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. Contemporary English Version. Don't ever think that you are wise enough, but respect the Lord and stay away from evil. Good News Translation. Never let yourself think that you are wiser than you are. Simply obey the Lord and refuse to do wrong. All right? So we get the point, Lord willing. Okay? So let's go here. I want to read something else. We'll finish off with this. All right. Doom. All right. People want to always tie the Lord to good things, and that's it. Right? Man, now I got to go to this, man. Hold on. Something else just came up. Something else just came up. Job. All right. Oops. Damn, I hit that. Hold on. Hold on. All right, hold on a second. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. For an example, all right. All right, so speaking of Job, okay, Job 2, I'm going to just pick up here in Job 2 and 6. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. All right, don't take his life. Take everything from him, but don't take his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did Job not sin with his lips, all right, because he was right in saying such. All right, let me read that again in the NLT, Job 2:10. But Job replied, You talk like a foolish woman. Should we accept only good things from the hand of God and never anything bad? So in all this, Job said nothing wrong. All right, so what do you mean the bad that we receive, or our perception of bad that we receive from the Lord, isn't from the Lord? Y'all giving his power to something else. All right, you're giving his glory to something else. That's not. There is no power over him, man. Okay? So in knowing that now, let's go here to all right. Let's go here to, man, I want to read both of these, but let me see what is in this. All right. Let's hold on. I want to finish off with this. Let me read this. This is Nehemiah 9:24. It says, So the children went in and possessed the land, and thou subduest before them the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites, and gavest them into their hands with their kings and the people of the land, that they might go down with them as they would. And they took strong cities and a fat land, and possessed houses full of all goods, wells digged, vineyards, and olive yards, and fruit trees in abundance. So they did eat, and were filled, and became fat, and delighted themselves in thy great goodness. Nevertheless, they were disobedient, and rebelled against thee, and cast thy law behind their backs, and slew thy prophets which testified against them, to turn them to thee. Is this what we do? We prophesy to you the Lord's words, all right? And what do you guys do? You try to slay us, man. All right, and all we trying to do is turn you to the Lord. It says, and they wrought great provocations. Therefore, thou deliverest them into the hand of their enemies, who vexed them. And in the time of their trouble, when they cried unto thee, thou heardest them from heaven. And according to thy manifold mercies, thou gavest them saviors, who saved them out of the hand of their enemies. But after they had rest, they did evil again before thee. Therefore leftest thou them in the hand of their enemies, so that they had the dominion over them. Yet when they returned and cried unto thee, thou heardest them from heaven, and many times thou didst deliver them according to thy mercies. The Lord been super merciful with us, man. We should all be gone, man. All right. Nehemiah 9 and 29, and testified against them, that thou mightest bring them again unto thy law. Yet they dealt proudly, and hearkened not unto thy commandments, but sinned against thy judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. All right, all these laws, statutes, and commandments lead to life. All right, and then speaking of this whole situation that we're reading about here, Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. All right, go ahead and look at that. Okay, it says, and withdrew the shoulder, and hardened their neck, and would not hear. Yet many years didst thou forbear them, and testifiest against them by thy spirit in thy prophets, yet would they not give ear. Therefore gavest thou them into the hand of the people of the lands. Nevertheless, for thy great mercy's sake, thou didst not utterly consume them, nor forsake them. For thou art a gracious and merciful God. Yes, the Lord loves us. All right, that doesn't mean to keep taking advantage and just want to always be that. Now listen to this. Nehemiah 9 and 32. Now therefore, our God, the great and Now therefore, our God, the great, the mighty, and the terrible God, who keepeth covenant and mercy, let not all the trouble seem little before thee, that hath come upon us, on our kings, on our princes, and on our priests, and on our prophets, and on our fathers, and on all thy people, since the time of the kings of Assyria unto this day. All right. Howbeit thou art just in all that is brought upon us. You hear that? Not just the good, like Job said. Okay. For thou hast done right, but we have done wickedly. That's the point. You think you can do wickedly against the Lord and not have doom in your future. All right. This is what we prophesy of, to turn you back to the Lord. All right. This is a part of the prophets are a part of his mercy. All right, letting you know what's going wrong so you can turn back to him. So yes, we prophesy doom. Yes, we are prophets of doom. All right, I'm pretty sure I'll probably end up leaving it there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. All right. So yes, we are prophets of doom. Okay, and we will be till the day the Lord returns. All right, because that is for the most part where Israel is headed, and what the other nations are going to collect. All right, they are already going. I mean, they are here to be who they are. All right, you Israelites, though, you 2/3 of Israel, man. All right, y'all something else. Okay, but so we'll leave it there. Anyway, all praise to Yahweh in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, BKA GMS, aka Prophets of Doom. All right, this is where I have learned this truth and where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I am of that number, and Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video. Shalom.